streams near Santa Rosa is also continuing. The waters of the Russian River will take a few hours to recede below flood stage. Small creeks and streams, as well as roadways, underpasses, and other low-lying spots. Do not attempt to cross swiftly flowing water or water of unknown depth. Turn around, don't drown. This concludes this activation of the emergency alert system.
I write Jurne, live in Oakland, California, and I've been writing graffiti since the late 90s. Painting here has been wonderful as well. There's a rich history of graffiti in the Bay. Walls and tracksides and weird little cuddy tunnels to find and explore. I became really fascinated with exploring these tunnels probably around 2010. I think people started to move here. Spots started getting kind of crowded, started trying to find spots that hadn't been painted, and I noticed that there are these creek systems here. It's an amazing environment to paint in because it's really quiet, yet you're in the center of the city. It offers a lot more than just doing a piece. You know, it's a lot about the environment itself, which is fascinating. I grew up in Maine. Writing graffiti there was quite different than doing so in Oakland, California. There's a really small scene, a small number of dedicated writers, and I was really fortunate to link up with those guys, and some of them really put me on and showed me, you know, how to go about doing things the right way. The high school that I went to had 1,200 students, 2 of which were not Caucasian. So I grew up in a really undiverse place, and I live in one of the most diverse communities in the United States now, which is great. It's a welcome change. So I love living here. I love being exposed to all these different cultures and ideas, types of people. I feel like I'm always just treading water as a full-time artist, trying to balance all these different things that I'm doing. You know, gallery shows, large-scale commission work, and then just finding time to work on my own projects. But it's great. Every day is really different for me. It's a great variety of experiences, and it's been wonderful. Before I was working full-time as an artist, I was doing stem cell research. I got to a point where I was up all night painting. I'd wake up really early before work to go get photos, work in the lab all day, go back out night after night and day after day, and it got to be really apparent that these two things were not meant to be done together. I wanted to choose something that I wouldn't look back on in a decade and feel like, what could have happened if I had done this? Being able to travel and have all of these really great experiences in other places. Recently, I've been trying to figure out a way to bring the work that I do in galleries outdoors, create work that has a similar aesthetic, but fits well in an outdoor setting on a much larger scale. So I've been working on a few murals that sort of resemble the paperwork that I do, indoors but are done with spray paint, and sort of marry the background that I have as a graffiti artist with the ideas that I have as a fine artist.